checking your works cited pages to make sure that all the sources in your works cited page are in the essay so that you can do the same thing and save me some effort. What I would really like to do is be able to just say, yep, that's there, that's there, that's there, that's there. I don't want to have to dig around and be like, is it kind of there? So this is kind of how I do it. So I've got a rough draft here, and I hope, Natalie, sorry, it just happened to be on you, so I hope you don't mind. I'm going to hit Command D on my, no, just kidding. I'm going to right click on it and duplicate the thing. So now I have 2 copies of the essay. I'm dragging the second copy into a second window, so they're side by side. And I scroll down, and I make sure that the works cited is on one thing. And then I go back to the first page, and I hit Command F for Find in Document, and I type in Atwood. So right now, 12 instances of Atwood in the paper. Atwood, Atwood. Yeah. So she's talking about Atwood. Good. I can cross that off. I know it's in there. Carville. And that's for the next entry. I'm always searching for this thing. 2 instances of Carville there. There's a citation. It counts in the works cited page. Foster. That's the next one. That's what I do. Foster 186. It's in there twice. Okay. Move on. Graham. Graham comes up in the works cited page, of course, but then it's also in the essay. Anything that's not in the essay must not be in the works cited page. But since the works cited pages are all based on an approved amount of research for the requirements, everything in the works cited page should be in the essay. So rather than saying, oh, well, I'll just cut that from my works cited page, if there's something that's not in the essay, you got to make sure it goes into the essay. Sometimes what I'm finding is that at first, like let's say I looked for Carville here, I might search for Carville and I don't find it there. And then I realize, I start to say it's not cited. If it's not cited, I put a comment on the entry saying not cited. And then you got to put it in there. Let me resolve that before she panics. Every once in a while I find that it is cited, it's just cited incorrectly. Like somebody might say, according to an article by the Chicago Tribune. And I'm like, oh, okay. That doesn't help me that much because it doesn't tell me what the article's called, doesn't tell me who wrote it. When I'm looking at an essay, what I look for to find the entry is the author's last name because that's the first thing that sticks out. If the author's last name is not listed, like in this case, The Young and the Relentless, it would be, the citation should be The Young in quotation marks and then in parentheses because it's whatever the first word or two is. So I'm looking for those kinds of things. I will still look for a little while to see whether you just cited it incorrectly, but it'd be better if you just cite it correctly because that makes my life easier. So I hope that helps. It should only take you about 5 minutes. It's generally taking me about 5 minutes per essay. But if you can do it in 5 minutes, that means I can do it in 3, and then I can move on to giving actual substantive criticism that helps.